Wait a second. Is this recording? Oh, why it is. Hello. How are we doing today? What? Where's Tyler? What? Crazy, right? Welcome to the TCCV podcast. It is the CV podcast today. The host could not make it, and I was given the go-ahead to make my own episode, so I have creative freedom over everything. I'm also editing this episode, so be ready. Buckle in. This is going to be a good episode. I'm going to kick off the intro, if I remember it. This is season 2, episode 20. Hang on. 20. Can't find Spotify. Episode 20. Episode 30.
Speedrun episode for real? We're gonna have to. Episode 17, 18? 17? 18?
Tyler, I need you.
I already forgot. 19.
Bro, I'm on TikTok.
Season 2, episode 19.
Season 2, episode 20.
33 overall. Get off the TikTok.
Episode 34 overall. Subscriber board is not in frame because this is my episode, so I wanted the main focus to be on me here. It's 238. We're at 238, so we have 3 new family members. We were at 235, 238, where you have 3 new family members. Welcome to the family. You cannot leave. You can be the creepy uncle in the corner. I got you, Tyler. That's for you. Shouts out. Protein shake. Just got back from the gym. My week. Let's see here. Nothing too crazy. It was my little sister's birthday on May 31st. She is 10 years old. Double digits. Which is good, right? Because that means I get to bully her even more. You know, the older she gets, the easier she is to bully. And to make mad. And that's just, honestly, that's the best thing, you know? It's great being a big brother. Because you can bully your younger siblings. It's character development, honestly. It really is. Happy birthday to her. I did a lot of working. I went to the gym, of course. I love hitting the gym. I had a nasty little boob day today. That's what I call chest day. My boobies are bouncing. You already know you hit a good chest day when like you keep twitching. Your chest keeps twitching. So that's what I'm feeling right now. It's a good chest day. I also threw in a little triceps, a little shoulders, not much, just little lateral raises. That was that. Outside of that, nothing crazy. Oh, I guess my roommate and I are looking into houses because our lease is up in August. So either I move back in with my mom for a little bit or we buy a house. Just kind of weighing our options here because interest rates are high, bro. They're high. Man, I could get political. I would love to, but I'm not going to do that.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
I'm not going to do that. Just know I'm going to be voting for a felon. We got political anyways, but roll Donald Trump. He's getting my vote. I mean, it's you know, we're off to a great start, but you know, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, look at what's happening right now. Everything is going wrong. Anyways, we're leaving that in there. We're leaving honestly everything that I say here because of my episode. This is not scripted. Tyler did not give me a script. He is not here. He has no say in what I am saying. So if you're gonna come at somebody, come at me. All right. Tyler has nothing to do with this. Let's get into it. So, I have a bit of a plan. I have a bit of a plan today. Of what this episode is going to be about. I was thinking of almost doing like a kind of let's play. You know, maybe like a little bit of Brawl Stars. I'll throw a little bit of Brawl Stars in here, but I wanted to start off. There's a piece of scripture that I wanted to read. That's Bible scripture, by the way. I'm just trying to remember. Oh, yes. Here it is, I think. Leviticus chapter 20. Leviticus chapter 20, I think. Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay. There's a verse in here. Okay, in the Bible. In light of Pride Month, okay, the month of June, I wanted to read this. This is Leviticus 20. This is NIV, okay? This is Leviticus 20, verse 13, okay? If some of you have read the Bible, you probably know what this is, or what I'm going to talk about, but we're going to kick it off with a banger here. Leviticus 20:13, verse 13, sorry. If a man has sexual relations with a man as one does with a woman, both of them have done what is detestable. They are to be put to death. Their blood will be on their own heads. That's all I wanted to say. Of course, with this whole Pride Month thing, we started to glorify the whole LGBT thing, and that's of course not what God wants. We are, however, taught to love each other as we love ourselves, and so I like to put it in a perspective like this, right? And also, this is the same for women too. If a woman lays with another woman as she does with a man, that is also detestable, of course. It goes both ways. And I like to put it like this, right? If I am friends with someone that is gay, right? I'm going to love them. Like for example, if they were in a car crash, I'm not just gonna let them be because they're gay, right? I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna show them my love and my care, but I'm not going to support the cause. And as Christians, we shouldn't support the cause, right? I mean, you can love the person, you just can't love the sin. Write that down because that is so important around this time. And listen, around this time, don't be scared to show your faith. I love showing my faith. I don't care. No matter what. I mean, look, I'm on a podcast right now talking about it, bro. I do not care. I will continue to show my faith. It doesn't matter. It does not matter to me. And I also want to say that, like, if something like that has happened, if you have done that, bring it to God. Bring it to Jesus. He died for our sins, of course, so it is forgiven. Truly bring it to Him and give your life to Christ. That's all I'm saying. And the big thing I have planned today, now that we got past that, I wanted to start that because I wanted to start the episode that way because it's super important to me. And you know, this is I'm laying it out, right? I'm laying it out there because I mean, through the past episodes, you've heard me talk about my religion, Christianity. I'm very open about it, right? And so that's something that I'm very open about. I'm going to talk about it. Okay, so don't hate on Tyler. Like I said, you can hate on me. Next up, we are going to talk about shower thoughts. I think shower thoughts are so important. It's not important, bro. What am I yapping about? They're super interesting. Sorry. It starts with an I. I, whatever. Same thing. Actually, not really.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Good start. It's kind of hard to talk to yourself, actually. I'm kind of realizing that now. I love talking, but not to myself. You know, I don't know if you guys do it, but there's times throughout the day where I'll be doing something, and I'll like talk to myself while I'm doing it. Is that like psychotic, or I feel like that's still somewhat normal. We're gonna roll with the fact that it's somewhat normal, and hope that everyone does it or most people do it. So I was gonna look up like interesting shower thoughts. Here we go. Interesting shower curtains. Do we go deep? Oh, dude, let's do it. Let's get. We usually just scratch the surface here. I want to go in deep in this episode. Let's do it. Let's do some deep shower thoughts. Let's get our brains really working here. Maybe we'll play some Brawl Stars later, unless I get too into this. Then we're gonna go. Then we're gonna do. I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm sorry. I'm just talking. Before I cover this, though, I wanted to talk a little bit about driving, right? By the way, my car just hit 10,000 miles today. Give it up. Junior is at 10,000 miles. He's growing up a little too fast. It's a little scary, but it's all right, you know. Sorry, I'm trying to read these as I can't multitask. I don't know if you guys have seen this throughout every episode. I cannot multitask to save my life. So I'm gonna put that down. When I'm driving, right, if I have my GPS on and it tells me I'm gonna get there in 30 minutes, right? And I don't know if you guys have thought about this or like have seen this before. It's crossed my mind a few times, but just recently I really like focused on it, and it makes no sense. How does my GPS know, right? So if it's gonna take me 30 minutes to get somewhere, right? And the average speed limit for that trip is about 65, right? Say it's highway driving, and say I'm driving 80, okay, for example. The whole way there, okay? Tell me why it only shaves off like 2 minutes of my trip. How does that make sense? And you know what's even crazier is it happened this weekend, this past weekend. I was driving to work, and I was like, man, I am like cruising. I'm kind of outing myself here, but I was like, man, I'm going really fast. Like, there's no way this should take 30 minutes. I got there like 2 or 3 minutes earlier than 30 minutes. So I got there in my drive, instead of 30, it took like 27 minutes. I was like, what? Like, dude, the average speed limit was like 50 or 55. I had to have been going like 65, 70, right? I was like, man, what? I actually, I don't. Is it? Can I say that? Can I say that I was speeding? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't really have receipts on it. So outside of my Life 360, but who's going to get that information? Unless you're my friends. Then I'm cooked. But I was like, how does that make sense? Because it feels like sometimes if I'm going like 5 or 10 over the whole trip, I'll get hit with like red lights. Like, I will literally get hit with red lights, and then my time will go back up to 30. I'm like, dude, what? I don't know if that's just me, or like if you guys are like, dude, what's this guy yapping about? Like, what is he talking about? But like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the GPS just like knows if we're going to hit red lights. But then again, how would it know? How does it know that if I'm going 5 or 10 over, I'm still going to only be there in 30 minutes? How does that number not move down, like, at all? It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just talking, but hey everybody, it's Carson, editor here. There are a lot of cuts in this episode. If you're watching on YouTube, you might be able to notice them. That's because I don't know how to do things beforehand. So when it comes to doing exactly what I'm doing right now, saying and thinking in silence, there's a lot of that here. So if there's a lot of cuts, that is why. You're not missing any content, I promise. It's either me looking down at my phone and going, yup, or just saying random things or being silent. So okay, it's sectioned off though. It's sectioned off. So it says funny shower thoughts. We gotta go to the deep ones. Here we go. We're just gonna sorry, I'm so excited. Okay, so we're just gonna run through these, okay? Starting at number 1. Deep shower thoughts. The people who need to be loved are most often very hard to love. I don't know if I'm slow. Wait, hang on. The people who need to be loved are most often very hard to love. You know what? That is actually true. I think I'm trying to wrap my head around this one. The people who need to be, this is the first one and I'm already struggling. This is going to be tough. The people who need to be loved the most are often, because they push people away. Okay, I get it now. Criminal or something. Wow. A different version of you exists in the minds of everyone that knows you. Unless you're collectively hanging out with a group of friends all the time, they're all going to have a different perspective. Oh my gosh. Yo, okay. That goes kind of hard. I like that one. Okay. Hang on, I'm going to take another sip here. I'm almost done with this, so can I just chug it? I'm going to chug it real quick. Someone out there vividly remembers something you said that you have completely forgotten. Honestly, this one ain't that deep. This is like a compliment. I remember like every compliment given to me, bro. Because you know what? Fun fact for any men or women out there, if you compliment, like for men, for example, if you compliment another guy, or if a woman, if you compliment a guy, that's going to stick with them for a while. I'm telling you, because guys don't get compliments much. Especially from women. Dude, if I get a compliment from a woman, I'm never forgetting that. Like literally, I'm time stamping that, bro. I'm never forgetting about that. And I need you to understand that. And it doesn't even have to be anything like, it doesn't have to be like you're asking for a number or anything. It can literally be a compliment, and guys will just remember it. Because we don't get that much. Keep that in mind. That's why I try my best to, like, when I'm at like the gym or something, to like just compliment people. You know, because it really, not only does it make you feel good, but I know for sure it makes them feel good. You know. Number 4. I wonder if there are any time combinations on the clock that I've never seen. Well, no, well, oh, dude, wait, hold up. Well, because you don't ever make a mental note. Like, you'll look at the time, you'll be like, all right, I have this long until I'm done with work. But you don't ever really, like, focus on it. That's actually crazy. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I feel like most of the time I miss, like, the 6 to 7 period. I think a lot of the times I'm not looking at the time from the 6 to 7 period. Maybe even 6 to 8. I think so. Maybe. Well, that might be when I look at it most, because that's usually when I'm at the gym. Wait, hang on. I'm thinking too hard about it. I can't get locked up in this. How many of these we got? We got a lot, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna do all of them. That was number 4. Okay. Number 5. You see people every single day that you'll never see again. Yeah, that one's pretty self-explanatory, which is crazy too. Because if you see someone that draws your attention, and you don't talk to them, you're cooked. You're like, the chances of you seeing them again, 1 in 7 billion or whatever, how many people are on Earth. Crazy. I mean, the chances might be a little higher than that. I might be capping right now, but that's my guess. It's likely that over 99% of the trees that you look at will still be there. Well, okay. This is not on me. The wording on here sucks. It's likely that over 99% of the trees that you look at will still here when you're dead. That's what this says. Will still be here when you're dead. Yeah. That one's not deep at all. Okay. 7. We go to work by car each day, taking the same route, but almost never encounter the same cars along the way. Wait. Okay, that one's kind of cooking, actually. That's kind of cooking, actually, because yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people on the planet, just like the one that I just said. Like, you see people every single day that you'll never see again. It's kind of like the same. Well, no, it's not really the same thing, because if you work at the same time, I feel like dude, but if someone literally leaves a minute later than you did, you might not see them that day. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, that one's actually okay. I like that one too. That one's crazy. We need to get like deep though. This isn't that deep, bro. Having a toddler in their why phase makes you realize how much you know and don't know things. Cornball. That one's kind of stupid. Yeah, I guess though. Every word in every language started out as gibberish until one person convinced enough people that what they said was a real word. That can't be true. That's stupid. There are 500,000 different occupations in the world, yet we pick our careers based on studying 10 to 15 subjects by aged 18 to 21. Dude, what are these? These kind of suck. Hang on. You may have once made a decision that saved your life without knowing it. Oh, dude. Yes. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what I'm talking about. I actually have a story for you. When I was younger, I locked myself in my mom's trunk. My buddy and I were playing, I don't know, it was some random stupid game we came up with like a wiffle ball bat, and like we didn't even have a ball or anything. I think it was like our weapon. I think we were fighting like imaginary like zombies or something, right? And I was like, all right, dude, I gotta go in the time machine. So I went in my mom's trunk. I was like, all right, dude, stay outside because you're gonna open it. This kid jumps in the trunk with me and closes it. When I tell you, I was, 10 to 12 here. When I tell you, I thought I was cooked. I genuinely thought I was cooked. Dude, he got in there, and I, no joke, looked at him like, what are you doing? He's like, what? I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know, I wanted to be in here. I'm like, dude, I literally go, I'm like, dude, this is like that self-conscious baby that, me. This was like,
I have a question for everybody. Who wants to go to the Four Seasons Orlando?
this is, I felt like I was like 24 at this moment. I was like, I needed you out there so you can open the trunk. and this kid starts crying, right? He starts bawling, crying. And I'm sitting there, I'm just kind of looking at him. I was like, dude, are you stupid? In my mind, I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I was like, you just locked us in my mom's trunk. I didn't have my phone on me at that time. At that time, I had like a slide phone with like the keyboard. Oh, those are so cool. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, this is it. And so we start kicking the trunk, like literally like banging on the trunk with our feet, like help, right? And then as we're kicking, we see the little pull tab light up light green, right? It lights up light green, and we see a little image that has like an open trunk and then a man jumping out of it. We're like, wait, does this open the trunk? I was like, hang on, back up. And so I put my fingers under it and I pull it, and the freaking trunk opens. Oh my gosh, I was never that excited to see the outdoors again. That was, I mean, we weren't in there for too long. We were in there for what, 2-3 minutes? But like, dude, that was scary. That was scary. If that pull tab wasn't there, if that was not there, I would not be here because my mom wasn't around. She was up. She was up in the apartment. So yeah, I would be not here. That's crazy. That is crazy to think about. That is crazy. I'm sure so many people have. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're keeping this unchopped. That's staying in there. I'm sure other people have experienced different like near death experiences, which I'm sure are even crazier. If you do have any, comment them. Especially if you're listening on YouTube, comment them in this comment section because I would love to read those. I know some of them are so interesting, and I would love to read them. I could actually honestly cover them in the next episode. I would love to cover them in the next episode. So if you have any, please comment them. If you're listening on Spotify, head over to YouTube and comment it because I would love to read those out loud. Obviously, if you give us the go-ahead to read it out loud. But I mean, it's going to be in the comment section, so I would assume you would like us to read it out loud. That would be awesome. But yeah, that's crazy though. Like, if you think about it too, it's like if you're driving, going back to the driving example, it's just the easiest one. And instead of merging over, you stay in your lane, and then 5 seconds later, someone speeds by. It's like, dude, I could have just gotten rear-ended. Like, dude, there's so many things that you can just think about. Oh, it's crazy. I like that one. That one's crazy. In every Olympic event, they should have an average person compete so we can have a point of reference and appreciate the athletes more. That's stupid. I'm good on that, bro. Kids are bullied for being different while adults are praised for being different. I mean, I guess, yeah, if an adult is making more money than some, you'd be like, oh, yeah, good stuff. Like, good for you. I guess, but I don't know. That one's kind of stupid. People cover their laptop cameras for fear of hackers, but never their phone cameras. Dude, phones are bizarre. Actually bizarre. There was a time back when the PS5 first came out, right? There was all these TikToks about me. It was like a dude. He's like me saying blah 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 on my girlfriend's phone for ads to pop up. So I was like, okay, bet, let me test it. So I tested it on my phone. I kept talking about the PS5. I kept talking about the Xbox Series X. I literally like it was like an hour later. I don't think I was on TikTok. I might have been on Google. Bro, an ad for a comparison of the PS5 and Xbox popped up. I was like, okay. Tell me why. Right. Nowadays, tell me why with like my because I'm on Samsung, right? Like we get UI updates all the time. Tell me why when I talk about something and then I go to search up even something somewhat similar to what I was talking about. You know how Google or like I don't know if Safari does it for like the people that use iPhone, but either way, Google like pops up like it'll auto like give you like different auto fill-ins. I don't know what it is. I will search up what is and then multiple things of what I was just talking about will pop up. And I'm like, you're kidding me. I was like, I was just talking about this. Listen, technology is crazy. AI is crazy. And it is unbelievable. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. But nah, technology is I feel like I'm about to be Will Smith and iRobot. I'm not going to slap Chris Rock, but I feel like that's what is going to happen. AI, it's going to take over the world. No, I'm not that type of person, but like I am saying that technology is crazy, and if in the wrong hands, it could definitely be used for something crazy. Therapists talk you into brainwashing yourself. I've never been to a therapist, so I wouldn't know. One day you'll be someone's ancestor. Okay, I have thought about that. I mean, but I feel like everyone thinks about that, you know? Like, don't you want to succeed so then your family tree below you will be like, man, my great-grandpa was awesome. You know, that's always been in the back of my mind. Like if you could build, like, a generational, like, name for yourself, that would be awesome. Or, like, even just the stories you can tell your kids. The dad lore. Yeah. That's got to go crazy. For sure. I like that one. We talk about ancient Rome. I'm not trying to read all that. I'm not reading all that. On any given day in a hospital. Bro, I don't care about that. The number of people older than you never goes up. Well, yeah, because it'll only go down. Well, yeah, duh. You can't... some 12-year-old kid can't all of a sudden be 22. What? That one's kind of corny. I don't know. That one's me. That one's me. I don't know about that one. That one's kind of stupid. The oldest sibling is the emergency designated adult. Yeah, of course, bro. Of course. I mean, I feel like that's just given though. Like if my family's going somewhere, I gotta watch my little sister. All right, bet. I'm just gonna sit there and bully her. But hey, listen, I'm having a great time. She might not be right now, but it's building a bond. It really is. You know what? I'm gonna get into another little story here. My older brother, we used to hate each other, right? I feel like this is the same thing for every like older sibling and younger sibling connection. We used to like I promise you, we like hated each other when we were younger. Or that's what it seemed like, right? And then when I got older, I was like, I appreciated him because like the character development went crazy. It went crazy. Like I would see dude hitting the gym, and I'd be like, you know what? I kind of want to start hitting the gym. I'd be like, dude, you're right. Like this is bomb, bro. Like I remember you used to call me fat. Now I'm hitting the gym again. Like, bro, I appreciate that. There's just small things. There's small things. You gotta appreciate your older siblings, as hard as it is. Well, now it isn't, because now my brother and I get along really well. Someone studying atoms is just a bunch of atoms trying to understand themselves. Okay, that one's kind of funny. I don't think that one's really that deep. That one's just kind of funny. Every single human in history has witnessed the same sun and moon as you have. Okay, stupid. You've never seen... I don't know why I said that one. So weird. You've never seen your own face before. Only in pictures and reflections. Yeah. So what? Your life can't fall apart if it was never really together in the first place. Okay. Every single decision you've made in your life has led you to where you are. Yes, bro. Oh, I love this one. I love this one. This literally goes exactly with what I've been saying, like the character development stuff. like there's so many things that could have happened differently where I couldn't even have been talking into this mic right now. I genuinely think about this one on a daily basis. Just everything that has happened. I genuinely think of this one on a daily basis. Like the biggest thing for me was back in before I started high school, right? I was on the waiting list for my high school since middle school, like literally since like early middle school. And it was to the point where I was like, man, I graduated middle school and I was like, I gotta get into high school, right? This is I love this. This is one of my favorite stories. And I was visiting my grandma for a week, right? I was staying with her for a week. And because she lived close to the school I was going to go to. And I played soccer for that school for the first week, practice with them and everything. I was the best one on the team. I will confidently say that. And if you look at me back like freshman year, I was chunky. And to say that I shouldn't say I was the best. I mean, I only really saw the kids play like 3 times. But I can confidently say I was one of the better ones, and I was a freshman, or going into freshman year. And I was literally talking to my grandma. I was like, yeah, like I guess I'm going to this school instead of the other one. Like my mom had me signed up for the other one, but I guess I didn't make it. And 3 or 4 days of that whole week goes by. My grandma gets a text or email from, I think it's my mom or dad. And she asks me, hey, you got accepted. Do you want to stick it out with this school? Or do you want to go to the one that you've been on the waiting list for? And I literally I kind of just sit there, right? Because I was getting ready to move in with my dad and everything. Like this was this is literally this could have been life altering, right? Because I lived with my mom my whole life. And I was like, man, give me, I told my grandma, I was like, do I have time to wait? She's like, yeah, I'll give you like a day. And then I'll text your mom back. I think it was my mom or dad, something. And the next day goes by. And I was like, Grandma, I think I'm going to stay. I think I'm going to go to that school that I was on the waiting list for. She's like, okay, I'll text your mom. And that literally I no joke, literally would not be here doing this right now. I would have never met Tyler. I would have never met so many other people that have been on here. I would have never met some of my best friends. I would have never met my roommate. I wouldn't be in this apartment. Would I have even known God? I would have never been in my relationship that I was in high school. So many things would have changed. So many things. And I almost try and think of what life would have been like. What that school would have been like. And it's like, would I ever trade anything that has happened to me now? No. No way. No way. I'm happy to be here where I am. But does it intrigue me? Yeah. It definitely I kind of sit there sometimes. I'm like, man, what? I would have never met any of these guys ever. It's crazy. I would be at a completely different part of my life. I don't even know where I'd be working. I've been given great opportunities over here for work and stuff, and it's like, would I be there's not much over where the school was. It's crazy. That is easily my favorite story to tell, and that's one of my favorite shower thoughts is that it brings a lot of emotion to me because I'm so grateful for where I am, right? Like I'm unbelievably grateful for opportunities that have been given to me, the people I've met along the way. Like I would never, seriously never take anything back. But It's crazy. It's crazy to think like that. I could sit there and daydream about that all day long though. Like just think about what life could have been like. I don't know. Really, really interesting. Whatever happens inside our bodies happens in pitch black darkness. Cornball. You survived 100% of your worst days. Stupid. You only have one birthday. The rest are congratulations for surviving each year. Yeah, that's actually crazy. Okay, that's not really deep though. Some stranger remembers you for being kind to them when no one else was. What was I literally just talking about? What was I literally just talking about? Also, going back to this one though. If I could take back 99% of things, 99% of the things I said or did in high school, I think I would. I was not a nice person in high school. Not at all. I was one of the worst. There's a lot of things that I said or would do or mimic that I regret. And it's I really feel bad. Because now, like, looking on it, now that I can like now that I've grown in character so much that I'll just go out in public and compliment random people, to like what I used to be like. Nothing like me today. Nothing. That's crazy. That's crazy. Gosh, I love shower thoughts. Because it really gets you thinking. I'm going to look for more. I love this stuff. We're going to go straight to the deep section. Here we go. What? No. Did they copy? Oh, dude, they copied it. No way they copied it. Wow. That's the most cornball thing ever, dude. They copied it. What? Dude, this website copied the other one that I just read. Great. Now I gotta find... Where can I go to find shower thoughts? Oh, I know Reddit's got some bangers. Do I have to sign up for it? Actually, I think I might already have... Oh, I can get on it without... Oh, yeah, Stubbs. Okay. Ooh, okay. I haven't read this whole thing, but... The present is really all that exists when you think of time. The past is over and set in stone, unable to be changed or revisited, and the future is always changing. It's always out of our reach, and whenever we think we've reached the future, it's simply become the present, and a new future has risen for us to reach for. Right. Okay. I think I see where this one's going. Like so right now, right? My goal was to get married at like 22, right? But obviously I see that that's more than likely not going to happen now. I'm not going to say it's out of reach, but to meet a woman that I thoroughly enjoy for a year and then marry her is highly unlikely, right? So that was the future I was aiming for. But now that I'm closer to that future, I have to find a new future. Wait, I think that's what that's saying. Like I think of new things that could be achieved instead of that because I'm unable to reach that now. Or for example, if I did reach that, I would still now have a different outlook on my future because I reached that and that is now the present. I think that's also what that's saying. Okay. I like that one. Because you never really escape the present is what they're saying. Okay. Alright, word. I kind of mess with that one. There's a chance you could have used the same utensil twice at a restaurant at different times. That's crazy. That one's crazy. Yo, they're so right though. That's not even like a deep one, but they're so right, bro. The chances of it are highly unlikely, but there's a chance. There are more numbers than there are things to count. Unless you're counting like blades of grass. Every broken clock is telling us when it passed away. Yo, dude. Wait, the syllables in on your mark, get set, go. Our countdown. 3, 2, 1. Yo, you're so right though. That's crazy. I love this stuff. I actually love this stuff. It's impossible to think of a color that you've never seen before. What? Yeah. Wait, it actually is. And hang on. I'm getting like a green, like a dark green. Wait, because you can't. Is it impossible to make up new colors? How do people make up new colors? Do we have every color? Have we found every color? Oh, yo. Wait. Oh, my word. Wait. We have... No. Well, no, because there's so many color... There's no way... There's got to be billions of color combinations. There's no way we found all of them. Maybe we have. Well, because I mean, even if we find it, even if by some crazy, I don't know, brain function,
What?
that I think of a new color, how do I know what it's gonna look like? Like, say if I mix orange and something else, how do I even know what? How can I picture what it looks like? The color itself, without knowing what the color already looks like, because it's got to be a color. What? That's crazy. Okay, that's crazy. We pass the anniversary of our death every year without realizing. Yeah. Because we don't know. Yeah, because we don't know. We don't know when we're going to die. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. What? Okay, we're going to keep going. Nothing is on fire. Fire is on things. Yeah, that makes sense. Whoa, wait. Only one sock goes missing because if both disappeared, you wouldn't notice. Unless they're like your favorite socks. I just debunked that one. Deep thoughts. Your older self is watching you right now through memories. Oh. Yo, that one. Dude. Because like in like 5 or 6 years, bro. Like, dude, if this podcast makes it, I mean, even if it doesn't, I think we're still going to keep going. Like, I think we really do enjoy doing this. Yo, remember when we were at 238 subs in the apartment that I owned with my roommate? Oh my gosh. We would have a white screen on in the background with the windows open for lighting. Oh my gosh. Okay. Your car keys have traveled further than your car. Yeah, because you bring your car keys everywhere. Punishment for honesty is what makes us lie. Yeah, I guess. Although you shouldn't lie. You should not lie. You only know where, because honestly, because if people start to see you being honest, then they'll be like, okay, you know what? I'll let him go on this one because he was being honest. People will start to trust you more. That's how you gain trust, through honesty. You only know you were happy when you no longer are. Oh, yeah, because everybody's description of happy is different. So like if you whoa, because sometimes you don't really know, you're kind of just going with the flow, right? But then if something hits you and you're in like a bad state of mind for like a week, you'll realize you're like, you know what, that wasn't as bad. What I went through prior to this wasn't that bad. You meet your 13-year-old self. You are allowed 3 words. What do I say? My 13-year-old self. Lock in, buddy. Lock in, buddy. Nah. Praise the Lord. It's gotta be. Dude, because yeah, it's gotta be. Because if I genuinely found God at a younger age, bro, I already know that I would have, like, the things that I would have said in high school would have been a lot different. But I would have also hung out with different people. Well, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily. See, dude, that's the thing is, like, if you think about your past and if you were to change something, you can almost go up to where you are now and, like, kind of think about, like, how things could have changed. Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is literally what I pray for at night. No joke. You and your future partner are both on two paths which will eventually meet. You just have to keep walking. I'm turning that off because I'm ending it after what I have to say. It's so right though, because like, how do I put this into words? I'm visualizing it. So like, this person, right? You could have never met them before. Like my future wife, I could have never met them before. I could have seen them. I could have even known them at some point. But chances are that I likely have never even met them before. And like, for example, this could also be, this could also be is like, I've found God, I've found religion, right? Maybe she's on a completely different path. Maybe she's like still out partying and stuff like that. And then maybe at some point I see her around my church and I'm like, hey, what's your name? Oh, obviously I'm not going to say that. That's El Riz, but, El Riz, bro, cornball. Oh, what am I talking about? But it's like, that's so crazy. That's so crazy that she's out there somewhere. She's out there somewhere, and I have no clue of who it could be. I could have a clue of who it is, but it also couldn't be them. I have no clue who they are. They could know of me. They could know of me. I don't know of them. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. 'Cause like, God's timing is perfect, right? So like, you can't rush things. That's why I'm thinking about this. That's why I think about that. I dwell on this thought so much because it's so interesting to me. It's so interesting that this person that I'm eventually going to marry, or maybe I don't get married, you know, maybe I never find someone. Maybe God hasn't gifted me with a person, you know? Which, at that point, I just got to continue to build my relationship with God. You know, it's not that big of a deal. But, like, if that person is out there, right, and God has destined for us to be together, she could not even know God right now. And, like, to me, I'm like, I think I'm ready. I know I'm not ready, but this is, like, hypothetically. I could think I'm ready. But she's nowhere near being ready. And we're not going to get to that point unless we're both ready. Oh my word. That's crazy. That's crazy. She could live in a different country. I mean, even just a different state. Oh my. That's bizarre. That's bizarre that popped up because I never really thought of like actually vocalizing it. But it's crazy to like think out loud sometimes. Sometimes when you think out loud, that's when like the deepest thoughts come out. Because then you're almost like talking. Like to me, I'm kind of talking to myself, but I'm also talking to you guys. It's crazy. That's crazy. Either way, I got to wrap this thing up. Man, what a good episode. What a good episode to have solo me on, you know? I got to kind of speak my opinions and thoughts in the beginning and just kind of get real with you guys. I love to do that. I love to get real. Even if I don't know you guys, like, especially for my TikTok and everything that we have, I'll shout out here in a little bit. If I remember it, usually Tyler does all the shouting out. But like on my TikTok, I like to get real. You know, I like to get super real with like the people who listen, my followers and stuff like that, because I think it's so important. Once people understand like who you are as a person, because I mean, I stated this earlier, but you can change yourself for everybody. But I like to be me around as many people as I can, because either you like me or you don't, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. I used to yearn for people's attention, and you know, there's times where I still do, of course. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people think of you, because the people who do enjoy you for being you, authentically, like you're the person you give off, the person you act like behind closed doors. If people enjoy that person, like that version of you, which is you, if that makes sense. Sorry, I said you a lot, but then you know that they're going to be a true friend. You know that they're going to actually be there for you when you need them. But if you act different around people, and it's not your true self, and then you bring your true self out, they might not like that person. And then you can discern whether or not you want to keep them around. You'll be able to tell that they aren't who you thought they are. But yeah. Yep. I'm getting too deep again. Go follow the TikTok. I gotta find a TikTok I can post by myself. It is TCCV PC. Yep, TCCV PC on TikTok. Go follow the Instagram, TCCV Podcast, I believe, on Instagram. I don't have Instagram, so I can't actually look that up for you. Go follow Tyler on Instagram, Tyler.Cowden10. I don't know. He'll put it in the description. Go follow my TikTok, CarsonVan24. Like I said, I like to be real in there. I don't post much. I need to start posting more because I have so many things I want to say, but I just don't get around. I just don't. And my Twitch, Juiciest Apple Juice. I stream here and there. I try to stream as much as possible. I have a great community. Happy for them. I love my community. Trying to grow that still. And I think that's it. Spotify followers, go follow the YouTube TCCV podcast. And YouTube listeners or viewers, whatever you like to do, go follow the one on Spotify, TCCV podcast. And also, I am going to shout out the football podcast because I've been working a little harder on that one. I make it an MP4 file because Spotify added the new thing where you can actually watch the thing on there. So I add a few memes and jokes in there here and there, but go follow that. It's strictly on Spotify. We're thinking of starting to post it on other podcast sites, but for now it's just Spotify. I think that's going to be later down the road that we do something like that. So that's TCCV Football Podcast, and it's strictly football, sports, anything like that. Well, not any sports, but strictly football, American football. So, like NFL. And then this video is sponsored by my website. It's all organic products. I'll have Tyler link it down below. This is something I just started, and I'm gonna give it about a year. I need your guys' input if you guys do buy from it, because I'm not gonna sell products that you guys don't like, and things that I don't like. I tried the protein powder. I love it. But that's gonna be linked down below. And make sure you make a profile before you buy anything from the website, though. I'll go in the top right, click the little person icon, and then sign up. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I tried to make this entertaining, so I really hope you guys appreciate this. I hope you guys appreciate the honesty, and even if you don't like my opinions, I still hope that you like the episode. So thank you guys, and have a blessed day.